Pathways is a singing program that enhances the quality of life for people living with dementia by engaging them in song. Pathways creates an opportunity to have meaningful social interaction through singing and can be used in a number of settings, including long-term care, retirement homes, complex continuing care, hospitals, and adult day programs, or in community settings such as Alzheimer's support groups, hospices, and private homes with family or private caregiver support. Pathways is an ideal tool to enhance memory and engagement that can be used with both small and large groups and individuals. A team of music care experts has designed the Pathways program using a research-informed and collaborative approach. The Pathways singing program is comprised of 3 components: a video series of 13 30-minute episodes, activity booklets with more than 300 accompanying activation ideas, and online training comprised of 6 short tutorials. In addition, instrumental and vocal music tracks of each song are included by episode. Program components have been produced based on values found in clinical practice, research, musical experience, and artistry. This tutorial focuses on how Pathways works, Part 3, using Pathways. Pathways is a comprehensive singing program designed to be flexible. For example, Pathways can be used by individuals or groups, in a home, community or residential setting, on a laptop, or large screen. Pathways contains the episodes facilitated by a singing host on video or more casually accompanied by an instrumental track only. How Pathways is delivered depends on the interests, needs, personalities, and cognitive abilities of its participants. One sure thing is that the success of Pathways relies in large part on the enthusiasm of the facilitator. This tutorial will give some suggestions for facilitators to deliver Pathways in a way that will best suit the needs and interests of participants. Pathways is designed so that you don't have to have musical ability to facilitate it. For optimal impact of Pathways, however, online training consisting of 6 short tutorials is recommended for facilitators. Facilitators of Pathways can include professional, family, and volunteer care partners. The singing host provides all the musical leadership in regards to singing, posture, breathing, pitch, enunciation, etc. Pathways can be delivered in a variety of settings. It can be used in healthcare settings, community and home-based settings, and can be delivered in both group and one-to-one relationships. It is recommended that Pathways takes place in an area that has little interruption: a lounge, television room, music room, recreation room, personal living room, resident or patient room, or a family room are all optimal settings to deliver Pathways. Pathways can be played on a standard DVD player using a television monitor or a computer for viewing. Episodes are delivered on a standard DVD. Accompanying CD, instrumental and vocal tracks of each episode are included for extended use and to be used in some of the activities. They may also be used instead of the video for singing sessions or as a musical background for other activities such as dancing, happy hour, or transition music. When using Pathways with a large group, it is recommended that participants sit in a semicircle around a large monitor, approximately 6 to 8 feet away from the screen, in 1 or 2 rows. Song lyrics are shown in phrases at the bottom of the screen, without flash or animation, in order to minimize distraction or adverse neurological response. Be sure the screen is high enough to ensure that lyrics at the bottom of the screen can be viewed by all. Family members or other care partners can sit alongside the participant. The facilitator introduces Pathways, then is available to assist participants by encouraging singing along and moving according to the singing host's leadership. If Pathways is being used on an individual basis, the facilitator may sit alongside the participant and engage more intimately with the participant while the on-screen singing host leads the session. Giving some thought to how Pathways is introduced each time can help make Pathways a more familiar, meaningful, and impactful program for the participants. If leading a group, consider having the Pathways theme song playing as the participants arrive. This will cue that Pathways is about to begin. Invite participants to sing along with the host. You may want to introduce the episode each time. Refer to the activity booklet for ideas, or let the singing host's introduction suffice. At the conclusion of each episode, use one of the activity suggestions from at least one of the songs in the episode. Equipment, props, and materials needed for the activities are listed alongside each activity in the activity booklet. Keep a log of the activities you implement. A suggested log template is included in the activity booklets. Some participants will engage enthusiastically by singing along each time and doing activities. Others will participate by listening. Sometimes, a participant may not respond at all, possibly because of musical preference, song association, or mood that day. Facilitators know their participants' needs best and can encourage them to get the most out of the program based on their personal needs. The enthusiasm of the facilitator makes a significant difference to the success of Pathways. As a facilitator, be excited, sing with the participants, and encourage participation and discussion. While Pathways is provided in a box for easy use, it still requires personal interaction for optimal benefit. How often Pathways is used will vary and depends on the participants and the setting. Daily use of Pathways will bring a meaningful activity that provides focus, routine, and pleasure. Weekly use can be a means of having something to look forward to. Each episode is approximately 30 minutes, and the activities can prolong the experience. Activities typically run from 5 minutes to an hour. In healthcare facilities and retirement homes, Pathways may be introduced as part of a regular group program, or can be used in one-to-one programming. It is ideal for participants who cannot leave their beds. It may be used to support structure in visits with family and friends. In community programs, such as respite or adult day programs, 8 is the suggested number of participants, with care partners assisting. In this context, pausing after each song to facilitate activities can be an approach of extending the program and targeting sensory experiences more holistically. For home use, Pathways may be used as an alternative to watching television or movies. It can be used at specific times in the day in order to give care partners a rest or to provide a means of intimate connection. It may become a special activity shared between loved ones. Pathways may be used casually, on an as-needed basis, as a loose recreational activity, or used systematically at the same time each day or week to provide cueing, address behavior or care goals, and/or assist with overall memory care. Morning use of Pathways is highly recommended so that stimulative benefits carry into the rest of the day. Tracking the episodes watched and activities used can be a helpful way of seeing how Pathways is impacting the participants. Using a chart like this one will help keep track of how participants responded, what was successful, and how frequently they engaged in Pathways. Pathways may also be used to target specific outcomes, such as decreasing agitation, isolation, depression, and apathy, increasing activation, mobility, and social engagement. Charting on the outcomes of using Pathways may be required in some facilities. Referring to activity descriptions and goals found in the activity booklet introduction can help with effective charting. The key to getting the most out of Pathways is knowing the participants. As a facilitator, you are considered the advocate for the needs and interests of the participants. Adjust the program however you see it best supporting the participants' experiences. Pathways is meant to be an opportunity to build and strengthen relationships. Having fun with Pathways yourself will help make singing sessions pleasurable for everyone. Pathways has been developed and produced by the Room 217 Foundation. We hope that this tutorial has been helpful and that you enjoy using Pathways.